What's going on, guys? I'm supcharls, and today I'm going to be doing my Killzone wishlist part 2, which is going to be about the reasons that would make me play Killzone 4 or Shadowfall 2 or whatever it's going to be called, the next Killzone game. But whatever it might be called and whenever it comes out, and if it does, that is the reason why I want to make this wishlist, basically. And yeah, just like the first part, this is all opinion based. It's how I see it and how I feel it should be, because it would add more replay value or give me more reasons to play it. And yeah, that is the reason why I want to do this in the first place. So the first thing is the time to kill, which I really want to see fixed, because the time to kill in Killzone, Shadowfall and Killzone 3, because that is where I have my most experience from, is pretty inconsistent sometimes, which is really noticeable as well. And I have some examples, only in Shadowfall, which I probably show you viewers right now. I'm pretty sure I do, if I can edit this video right. But my point is, the time to kill in Killzone Shadowfall, which is where it's mostly noticeable now since I only play that game, is really annoying, because I really hate when I have to shoot a whole mag almost on an enemy, or if not all, and they don't die. And obviously I miss some bullets, but my point is I hit most of them, or with most of them, and well, apparently the game just don't want to give me the kill, which is really annoying. And the enemy can always just kill me like nothing happened, right? It's normal for them, but not for me, and I die sometimes, which is just something I really want to see fixed. And I really don't like it, because it shouldn't be there in the first place. I mean, it shouldn't. I mean, literally, I have not seen any other games out there which I've played for a certain amount of time, like Call of Duty or Battlefield or even Medal of Honor back then, or Overwatch or whatever. It could be anything. I have not witnessed any other games that has an inconsistent time to kill like Killzone, and I'm not really sure if it's done on purpose though, and I'm pretty sure it isn't. So that is something I hope Guerrilla Games can do something about if they do decide to make another Killzone game. And it might sound a little harsh to say it that way, but it's just something that has to be getting rid of. I mean, literally, I can't stand it sometimes. But yeah, that's that. And next up is the, I've always had a hard time calling clunky controls, because it sounds pretty harsh, but yeah, the controls is just bad. I mean, it's heavy or clunky. Well, I'll just call it heavy. It's a nicer word, I guess. So basically, the controls in Killzone has always been like this, and it's on purpose as well. I get why, because it adds that, I guess, realism into the game as well. Because, well, guns is not just lightweight things that you can just run around with and shoot just like that with snap aims and stuff like that, like Call of Duty has it, or any other first-person shooter games. But my point is, I just really don't like having that heavy controls that much, and to me it just doesn't really feel like it's a good thing on video games. I'm not really sure I'm pretty sure I'm alone on this one, but basically I don't like it. It's my opinion, and I would like to see it getting rid of, basically. But it is what makes Killzone at the end of the day, so I would like to see it scaled down, but then it would kinda as well just ruin the Killzone formula, right? So it has to stay at the same time. So it is kinda hard, but to me, I would much rather have that faster movement things, I guess you could call it, or more smooth controls. That's my point, and that's just my opinion, I guess. I mean, I can't really say much about it. I mean, I don't like it, that's it. So yeah, moving on is the UI main menu, which I myself would really like to see fixed as well, because the UI menu in Shadowfall mostly is just not good. I mean, it's not complicated, but it is sometimes really hard to navigate around it and find what I look for. And that is something I just didn't see in, for example, Killzone 3. And Mercenaries was another game which I had an easy time finding this or that. But in Shadowfall, it's just not the same. I can't really tell with Killzone 2 because I lack experience there. And I can't just remember how the menu was, but I'm pretty sure it was easier than Shadowfall is. But my point is, Shadowfall, it looked nice, I guess, with the menu like that. I don't know, but to me, I prefer the old school way, like Killzone 3, or if not any other games out there now does, like in Battlefield 4 before they changed it up, for example. I don't like that kind of way they changed it into. And same goes with Killzone now, with Shadowfall. And I mean, Call of Duty always has that simple UI change as well, or UI menu as it's always had. That's nice. I mean, Uncharted 4, and it's the same in any other game. I mean, all the games I own has that simple menu thing where you choose what you want in the left side of the screen or whatever, and that's it. And you just don't see that in Shadowfall and Battlefield 4 as it is right now. Those two games, and Star Wars Battlefront actually, those three games is the games that I really don't like the UI on, which I own as well. So I would like to see Guerrilla Games change it up so it looks more simple and easier to navigate around in the game or the menu. And next up, I would like to see Killzone for the next game, whenever it comes out, and if it does, change the rank up system or level up system as it was before Shadowfall, because recently I just discovered that Shadowfall does not have a level up system, which, well, it does, but basically I would like to see it having it with a number where you earn some XP and then you rank up, right? Like any other games for the most part does it. Shadowfall, on the other hand, which I thought did it like that for like, I don't know, since I got the game actually. I can't remember when I got it, but recently, like last week or two, I discovered that it wasn't like that in Shadowfall, which is really, I guess, mind-blowing to me. I don't know, but basically the way you level up in Shadowfall is by completing challenges. But my point is, I prefer the old way, or on how it is on most games, and that is something I would like to see with the next Killzone game as well, because Killzone 3 had it, Killzone 2 kinda had it. I mean, Killzone 2 just doesn't say progress for me, so I can't tell with that. That's a whole nother issue there, but basically, in Killzone 3 and other games in general, they always have that system, which is something I'm really happy about. So I didn't really see a point why they changed it up to a challenge completing system where you have to, well, complete challenges just to get some rank ups, I guess. My point is, I just want to see the old school way of doing it. So yeah, that's just me. Another thing I would like to see is a level up system for weapons, and not by completing challenges to unlock attachments, but that is why I hope Guerrilla Games, if they make it the next Killzone game, that they will be adding a level up system for the weapons, and that is how you unlock attachments instead, because sometimes challenges can be hard to complete. Like right now, I'm trying to complete challenges to unlock those different attachments on different guns, and when I see something like a challenge where you have to use the stun ability and kill people with it, or stun them and then kill them, I just can't do that because I don't get into a lot of close range combat, and when I do, I don't really think about using that stun ability. It's just not something I can adapt my playstyle to, basically. And that is why I can't get that certain attachment just because of that challenge. It was the same thing with Treyarch with Black Ops 1, and there were some perks like Ghost, which I would run on all classes, and Ghost Pro is something I would love to have, but I could not complete it because of that certain challenge was, well, keeping me busy or whatever. It kept me from getting the pro version, basically, and that is something I really hate when games have it that way, because you have to grind, and I don't really want to grind for a perk or whatever ability just to unlock one certain attachment. And Modern Warfare 2 had the same thing with extended mags, with getting 40 bullet penetration kills with the FMJ attachment, which is a lot. I mean, it's hard, and it's not easy to do that, which is something I really don't like. So I would like to see them add in a levels up system. I mean, Call of Duty has done it for not ages, but it has definitely done it for like a few years now. I mean, Black Ops 2 introduced it, I'm pretty sure. And no, it was Modern Warfare 3 actually. And Black Ops 2 followed up. Ghost changed it up with squad points though, but you kind of earned them through playing, so I don't really know if that counts. Advanced Warfare did not have it either. That was with completing challenges, which is stupid. But Black Ops 3 returned with it, which I really like, because the attachment there actually changed the look of the gun as well, which is something I would love Killzone to have as well. And then we have Infinite Warfare right now, which has the level up system as well. And other games is, for example, Uncharted 4. I mean, you have to get kills with, and there it's much more simple. I mean, you have to get kills with primary guns, and you earn the next attachment for it basically by doing that. And that is a much more simple system, I guess, but at the same time it might be hard to get 1000 kills. I mean, that would be a little overkill to earn everything. So yeah, that's that. And next up is, I would like to see them add in a point system again, because, oh, I'm not even sure if it's again, because right now I can't remember with Killzone 2 and Killzone 3. I have not played them in a while. Killzone Shadowfall, because that is where I will take my experience from, because that's where I have the most. Killzone Shadowfall doesn't have a point system. So yeah, my reason is that when you play, well, let's say Team Deathmatch, you can't really see them add in the numbers to tell you the exact score of who is winning and who is the loser team, right, at that match. And that is something I really would like to see them add in, because I mean, Call of Duty does it, Battlefield does it, and Uncharted and Titanfall 2, but basically from my experience with games, they add in a certain number that you can see. Like in Team Deathmatch, you need, let's say, 75 kills, right? You can't really tell who's winning and who's losing unless you look at the bar, and there's a huge difference. But if it's a close match, it is sometimes hard to tell who's winning and who's losing, and I can't really say who is gonna be winning and stuff like that. So I would like to see Guerrilla Games add in a number to, or a point system where you can see who's winning. That's all, and I hope I'm not the only one who wants that. And yeah, next up is probably something I'm pretty sure no one wants except me. So a kill cam system is something I've always wanted, and the reason for that is because sometimes I wonder how they killed me, or I wonder where they're camping, because I can't see them sometimes. And I think a kill cam could be a good way to show it, or do like Battlefield where it highlights the player that killed you. And that is something I really like, and they should do one of those two things. I would like to see it, like, for example, it would be a good thing for me to compare it when it comes to inconsistent time to kill. Like, from my end, I could, for example, see I've spent a whole mag on that enemy, and then when I watch it from his kill cam, it would maybe be like, well, like 3 bullets I shot, that actually I know, and he used like 5 bullets or whatever, and then see how he got me. I mean, that's a great way to at least learn something, I guess, there. I'm pretty sure none of you viewers would like it though, but that's just me. And that is probably the last thing I would say as it is right now. And I'm pretty sure we all have different opinions, obviously. From multiplayer experiences, I would like to see it being like this. And yeah, I quickly want to add something, because, well, I have notes written down and I kind of have to read it all at the same time while doing this commentary, so it is kind of hard. But I forgot to mention that the level up system with the number where you can see it on your player card or whatever. You know, level 1, 2, 3 and stuff, which I mentioned earlier, is something I want to see. I would also like them to do something like Overwatch. I mean, loot boxes is already in Shadowfall right now. I would like to see them give you rewards as for leveling up. I would like them to give you some mystery boxes for it for each rank up. I mean, that would be nice as well, just a little thing. And yeah, that is something I forgot to mention as well before. Then make some challenges which actually reward you with that mystery box or whatever, so that you can taunt differently like you now can in Shadowfall. Execution move, I think that's called. And yeah, that is something I feel like would be fun. Instead of always having to spend all your valor that you earn in game to like purchase maybe one box or something like that, because I right now spend all my valor on it just to earn some more different execution moves. And I feel like a reward for leveling up would be a nice way to, you know, get one free is always awesome. So yeah, I would like to see that as well. And other than that, I hope you viewers enjoyed it. Hopefully this video will be cut down a lot, because as I'm saying all of this, it is actually 25 plus minutes right now. I'm not really sure how long it's gonna turn out to be, but I'll have to cut a lot and try and make it shorter in some way or another. So I hope you viewers enjoyed it, and hopefully you have your wish list for it, any points yourself or whatever, or reasons. I would love to hear them. But yeah, anyways, I hope you enjoyed this last part, and hopefully you will join me on my next video.